Hi, this is David Papkin. Welcome to this series on deploying and managing Windows 10 using enterprise services. In this video, deploying Windows 10 enterprise desktops, the first thing I'm going to do is build a reference image by using the assessment and deployment kit tools. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to configure the Windows PE boot media. So I'll set up the build environment, add drivers, and then create the Windows PE media. So to set up the build environment, I'm going to go into Windows Kits, and I'm going to get the Deploying and Imaging Tools environment, and I'm going to run this one as an administrator. Now I'm going to run this command, copy PE AMD64 to E:\win PE64. So now I'm going to do is here, after I run that command, I'm going to open up the File Explorer here. On the E drive right here, I'm going to go into the WinPE Media. I'm going to click on Sources over here. Now the boot WIM, notice on this one, its size, it's 212 kilobytes. And the next thing I'm going to do is in the taskbar, I'm going to search the web. I'm going to type PowerShell. To go into PowerShell next. Of course, it would be nice if I didn't typo it. And I'm going to do is this, PowerShell, and I'm going to run it as admin. So now I'm going to mount this image. Remember, we looked at that boot.wim file. Next I'm going to add drivers and components to the PE image. Now notice these are non-Microsoft drivers right here, but I allowed it to do unsigned with a command originally, somewhere up here. Notice I said on this one right here, force unsigned, so it allowed all these OEM drivers to get installed into there. So this one is OEM 9. Now I'm going to do is dismount it, and I'm going to save the changes I made. So basically I've injected some drivers into the image. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create Windows PE Media. And I'm going to call this one Boat ISO. And again, so you could see it this time. Great. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom answering file by using Windows SIM. I'll create a new answer file and then modify the answer file. So I'm doing on this one, on the floppy, I've created reference on this one right here. Now the A drive on this one right here, I'm going to format it. Should give me a warning right here. Start it. Okay. Good. I'm going to close right here. Go to here, All Apps, Windows Kit, Windows Systems Imaging Manager. And I'm going to do is here, File, select Windows Image. I'm going to go to the Sources, ELAB File Sources, and I'm going to take this file right here, the evaluation CLG, open it right here. I'm going to click on then Create or Open an Answer File, Open Answer File. I've gone to Program Files, x86. Then I'm doing is Windows Kits, going to 10, Assessment and Deployment Kit, Deployment Tools, Samples, unattend, buy a sample, open it. I'm going to associate this answer file with a WIM image. Save answer file as. And on the A drive right here, and I'm going to call this one right here, auto, unattend. Next thing I'm doing is I'm going to modify answer file settings. I'm going to expand under components, Windows PE, and under this one, setup neutral. User data. Under full name, I'm going to type this in here, student, organization, a datum, and I'm going to go to product key, and this one right click it, I'm going to delete it. Then under here, under components, AMD Windows, setup neutral right here. Now under here, under the image, under here I got to do is take the right one, of course right here. I'm going to take the one unattended join, got to find it. Under components, I've selected Windows unattended join right here. And I'm going to do is this, I'm going to add settings to pass4 specialize right there. Under here, you see under unattended join, under neutral. Under specialize, set up neutral under here. Under the computer name settings right here, I'm going to type reference. Under here. Now under here, now under shell neutral, right here, I'm going to take his under here, OEM information component. The OEM information component. And delete this right here. Yes, because remember, this is a reference image. Under for specialize right here, I'm going to expand the unintended join neutral. Now under the Windows in right here, I'm going to go into this Windows International Core Neutral. And I'm going to do is add settings right over here. Take a look over here. Make sure I'm in the right one. Add settings to Pass 7, OB Systems. Next thing I'm going to do here, under Shell Setup, same thing. Add settings to Pass 7, OB Systems, under there. Actually, in this one right here, that was a mistake. Shell Setup, I need to expand it a bit right here. And I'm going to go on here, OOB, and I'm going to add the settings to the Pass 7 right there. I put that there. I'm going to also expand under here, user accounts, right here, admin password, add settings. We're going to add the user accounts to this right here. User accounts, local accounts right here. And I'm going to add this setting to here. Very good. In the answer file settings here, under 7 OOB system right here, International Core Neutral. On the input locale, UI language, I'm going to enter -US, system loc, let's see, UI language. Get rid of this. Good. All right, then under the answer file section here, under the 7 OOB system, the shell setup neutral. On this one right here, I should have the time zone. And I'm going to type in Pacific Standard Time. This right here. Good. Under the OOB right here. Find it under here. Hide ULA right in here. Hide ULA from the drop-down box. I'm going to put that in true. Going to expand the user accounts. And the user admin password. Right-click the value. Write empty string. Local accounts right here. Name. Student. Under Group, Administrators, Name, Student. Of course, maybe I'll leave this one the same case. Expand local account, name equals this. Yeah, select the password on this right here. And password capital P. A $$W0 RD. Good. Under the password. Under this. Packages. There are no packages over here yet. It's empty. So I'm going to do is this. In the Windows image one right here. I'm going to look for packages. I'm going to expand the packages here. And I'm going to find the foundation package right here. And then I'm going to find in here, right click on this one right here, add it to the answer file. Good. This one right here. I'm going to select this right here. So you notice here. See how this all came up right here? I'm going to click Microsoft Hyper-V, Tools All. And notice I've highlighted Hyper-V. And I'm going to enable it. There we go. Very good. Then I'm going to do is next, I'm going to eject this. Good. On this one right here. I'm going to close Windows right here. Great. I have finished modifying it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install Reference Computer by using an answer file. So I'm going to flow here. I'm going to go to the reference, one right here, and the media, and I'm going to put the Windows 10 eval, this one right here. So now that I'm booting now, it'll come up off the reference right now. Let's just see about the install. So in this one, I'll have installed Reference Computer by this is, and I've started the unattended install. Now notice that it's starting and copying the files. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to use on Get Going Fast, I'm going to use Express Settings. So in this one section right here, I'm preparing it by using sysprep. Thank you. So notice on this right here, went to the sysprep folder, and I'm going to generalize it. And generalizing the shutdown and the options I'm going to have. Shutdown. Good. And then what I do is check generalize and say OK. Then it's going to go through here. And eventually, now remember, what sysprep does is it generalizes an image by removing, like stripping out the SID and etc. So the next time you start it on a computer, it'll regenerate a new SID, etc. And of course, you'd have to enter in the license on it, or in the answer file, I could have put the license key on there. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to capture a reference computer next. I'll start the reference computer by using Windows PE, and I'll capture it by using DISM. So I'm going to do is use on this. So I'm going to start it up right here. I'm going to boot it from the DVD. By the way, in this one I've used Light Touch 64, but the other one you might see WinPE X64. See if yours has that one. Now I'm going to go to the E, all files, new folder. Images. Right click. I'm going to share with specific people. That's going to share it with administrator. Done. Now I'm going to do is this. I'm going to capture it. So I've done is I've used the netuse command to the ones on CL images with the password on here. Now I'm going to go D. All right, dir. Notice this is Windows 10 on here. You'll see perf logs, program files, x86, users, and Windows. This is the directory of the structure Windows 10. Now this one right here, capturing this image. So basically on this one right here, I'm capturing this image on this one right here. So this file onto the D, and it's going to capture this one, the datum Windows 10 onto this one right here, on this right here. Just to let you know, the G drive is this. Yeah. So their hard disk drive letters are often remapped with new letters. So we just wanted to make sure we're capturing the right one. So anyway, this is going to take a while. Okay, so the image capture is done, and remember it was saved onto client 1. And if you take a look here at client 1, this under here, see? It's captured this one right here, which was that other machine on there. So all I have done is I have completed this one right here. So this one's all done.